Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
You're back.
Yeah, we definitely are, John. What an action-packed show. And Democrats are now saying that they want to hold up the budget, essentially, there. And the deadline is tomorrow night at midnight because they're angry about Department of Homeland Security funding, i.e. ICE. What a craziness, John.
I mean, don't protect the citizens. Don't protect them.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? They're putting illegal aliens, criminals, ahead of Americans.
Schumer's got to go.
This is incredible.
Schumer's got to go. I think he's past due. You know, he's a little antiquated.
Guess what? Every single Democrat voted essentially against it, the funding. So there's a whole bunch of people in there. It's like the whole team is in there saying no.
They should have term limits, really.
Well,
they should have term limits. They can't be there 50 years. You know, they can't be there so long that they forget what they were sent there to do.
Right. They're beholden to the party. Clearly. Terrible. Well, joining us now to talk about all of this and so much more is Ari Fleischer, former White House press secretary. Ari, what do you make of this? Did you ever think we would be in a country where elected officials would say, no, I don't want to fund the Department of Homeland Security. I don't want to fund ICE. And that also covers TSA and FEMA and a whole bunch more.
Well, if they keep doing what they're doing, none of us are going to be in a country. I mean, we won't have any borders, and so everybody can come over here anyway. I'm trying to get to the core issue. And the charitable side of me says the Democrats are compassionate. They won't make a distinction between morally legal immigration and illegal immigration. They think anybody who comes here is a good moral person, citizen of the world, let them in. That's the charitable side of what Democrats think. But I think the more realistic side is they know they need to fill this country with illegal citizens for the census count. So big states like New York, Chicago, and Illinois can get more electoral votes. They're losing, and they don't want to lose electoral votes. And they get more money for congressional districts because the more people who are in this country, legally or illegally, they count in the census. That's the real view, I think, that motivates especially elected official Democrats.
You know, Ari,
stuff the country with illegals because it's good for their power.
I agree. You know, it's interesting. Like years ago, if somebody said to me, no, I want to keep the criminal migrants, especially those that have been convicted of murder or rape. I mean, horrible offenses. They're our neighbors. We're fighting for them. I would say you need to go to a psychiatrist. I mean, honestly, but yet that sadly is sort of the norm. That seems to be the message. And tomorrow they're having this big nationwide walkout that they're hoping to schedule. I mean, what is going on in their minds?
I'm all for it. I hope they keep walking.
Keep going.
These boots are made for walking.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good song, John.
What happened to that song?
Yeah. Where is that song? I think we could use that. We'll cue that up, Ari. But here's Judge Weinberg in the meantime.
I can't sing, Ari, but I can ask you a question. It's good to talk to you again. Let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
You watched the Homan talk today and the press conference?
Yeah.
And you think that's a turning around moment for this country? Can we bring the country back together again and have these people cooperate with law enforcement? Nobody's asking them to assist in immigration enforcement. We're asking them to protect the public peace and to allow them to pick people up in the jails and the prisons and hold them. Do you think this is a turnaround now?
We don't know yet. It's a turnaround offer. But whether or not Minnesota authorities actually follow up on it and turn over these people to ICE is a different matter. The liberal base doesn't want them to turn these criminals over to ICE. They don't want them deported. So will Waltz, will Fry, will the Minnesota leadership actually turn anybody over? Here's what I would do. I would put even more of a point on it if I'm the Trump administration. And I would give them a list and say, here's 250 names. You can't release it publicly because then these 250 will go into hiding. Here's 250 names of people with a violent criminal record that you need to turn over to us. every one that you turn over to us, we will have 10 ICE agents leave the state. Here's the 250. When you're done, 2,500 ICE agents will have left your state. And that way we can hold the state of Minnesota accountable. If they don't turn them over, that many ICE agents remain behind. For every one they do turn over, there's an incentive. People leave. So the federal government gets what it needs, which is these bad guys, so we can get them out of the country. And Minnesota gets what it wants, a reduced ICE presence. And now it's no longer will they, won't they, it's only if they.
Yeah, that's a great point. Fernando.
So you have to negotiate to get criminals out of our streets. You have to negotiate.
Bad criminals.
You have to, it's like they don't care about the victims. They care about the criminals. Ari, what are we getting to here? I mean, who wants to protect a criminal?
Sadly, a lot of people.
Someone that raped someone that shot someone that killed someone. I deal with it every day. I represent taxi drivers and bodegas in New York City. And every day there's someone robbed, shot, killed. Do you think we need these people on our streets? Come on.
You're bringing up something really important. And this is the opposition to what I said. You don't negotiate with terrorists.
You don't.
Right. And
why negotiate and say for every...
Hold on. There's two sides to this. You either don't negotiate with terrorists, or you say the status quo in Minnesota is acceptable, and we're going to continue to have these clashes on the street.
Which isn't acceptable.
President Trump is saying is he can send Holman in to accomplish what we need to do, was to get these guys into federal custody and therefore out of the country, and relieve the pressure on the street. There does come a point where leaders have to actually compromise and do things with each other. And I think we've hit that point in Minnesota. Now, it's only going to be places like Minnesota. It's not much of the rest of the nation. Much of the rest of the nation is cooperating with ICE, and we're getting what we need. 10 times as many people have been deported from Texas with no fuss and no muss. We do have these pockets, and you either say, okay, the resistance is there. What are we going to do? Do we crush it? Do we risk more people's lives, including ICE agents' lives? Or is there something serious that can be done if people can compromise, so long as the bottom line is we get these people out of the country? I'd like to see some agreement like that.
There's a 99.9% chance that these people, a lot of them are paid agitators. Why isn't our federal agents tracking them down?
Well, that's a legal question.
I see it on the movies. I see it on NCIS when I watch it at 3:00 in the morning.
And he's up already at 3.
They check all the foreign accounts, and they find out where the money got wired to.
Yeah, I used to watch Adam 12. That was my show.
One Adam 12.
I love Get Smart, but go ahead.
The tone of silence is coming down.
Here's the deal. You are allowed in this country, it's called freedom, to be a paid protester, to be a paid agitator up to a line. Now, you spit on an officer, you should be arrested. As far as I'm concerned, you throw a sandwich at an officer, you should be arrested. You attack a congresswoman with a syringe, with whatever the liquid was, you should be arrested. You can't do those things, but you can take to the streets. Now, you can't obstruct, but here's where it gets realistic. Does ICE and Border Patrol want to take their time to arrest Americans who obstruct, or to arrest bad guys and get them out of the country? If we can get the cooperation of Minnesota officials to go around the obstructionists and get the bad illegal immigrants out of the country, I would call that a victory.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you can't, going back to your earlier point, if they don't cooperate, if Walz and the mayor and the Attorney General of Minnesota do not cooperate, then what?
Then you keep ICE on the ground. You keep ICE there, and you keep doing what they're doing, because we got to get these people out of the country.
Absolutely. By the way,
I do think there's room for compromise. This is where I do see Holman and President Trump can get an agreement done that gets the bottom line achieved, which is get them out of the country.
Yeah, absolutely. It is amazing already just to see even the impact of having them there talking and putting out the olive branch, if you will. I think that, look, it's the right thing to do. Ari, I had to do one thing before we let you go. We did find those boots are made for walking. Here it is.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
There you go, Ari. We love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care, Ari.
Guys. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ari. Thank you.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.